Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Continuing to see the increase in cloud cover this morning with some mostly cloudy skies out there and starting to see those temperatures warming into the mid 40 degree range and expecting a fairly quiet and seasonable day today as we move through our daytime hours, and then we'll start to head into an unsettled and warmer pattern as we move through the remainder of the week. If we look at the current surface analysis, this area of high pressure and control over the eastern part of the country, it's going to start to break down and retreat off to the east-southeast, and we'll see a warm front boundary start to develop along the southeast states and lifting north into our region as we go through the overnight tonight and into tomorrow. It's going to bring a slight chance, it's a very slight chance of a few very light showers or even just a sprinkle moving through the area as we get late into the evening and through the early morning hours on Wednesday, but no significant impacts expected with that at this time. If we look at the upper level winds, looking at westerly winds through the entire column, seeing our peak wind of 50 knots at 25,000 feet. Freezing level today is at 11,600 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see plenty of clouds streaming through the area. Again, mainly high clouds out there right now. We will start to see some mid and lower clouds moving in later in the day as that boundary starts to lift into the area. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model here, again, mainly dry conditions as we move through the workday today. Just continued cloudiness and a continued increase in the clouds. As we get past mainly the 1700 local time frame, we'll see a very slight chance of light shower or sprinkle, and then that chance increases to a slight about 20 to 30% chance as we go through the overnight and into the morning hours. And again, no significant accumulation or precip expected with this as we go through the morning time frame, so no real significant impacts. Can't rule out maybe a lingering sprinkle in the area for the morning hours on Wednesday, but that boundary should be lifting north of the Wallops area and push that precip up north to the northern part of the peninsula here. So looking mainly dry as we move through the day on Wednesday. And that continues as we go into Wednesday evening. Continue mostly cloudy, overcast conditions through this period. Maybe some misty conditions as we get into the morning hours on Thursday. We zoom out here, look at the longer term model starting Wednesday night. We start to see the better chance of rain moving into the area as we get through our day on Thursday, mainly as we get into the afternoon time frame and into the evening is when we'll start to see that best chance of rain moving through with this with the warm front swinging through the area and then that cold front trailing behind it, pushing through overnight Thursday into Friday. Decent rain event with this, but not an overly high total rainfall total here as we move through that time period. And then we look into our day on Friday with that boundary pushing just southeast of the area. Should see that rain mainly wrapping up, but that boundary will stall just off to the southeast, and that's going to keep some unsettled weather in the area as we go into the weekend. So a reasonably dry day on Friday. Could see a wave of energy moving along that boundary Friday night into Saturday morning, possibly bringing a few light showers into the area during that time frame, and then a drier day on Saturday until we get into the evening time frame. We see a organized area of low pressure coming up and moving into the northeast, bringing another round of decent rain event Saturday night into Sunday morning. And we'll also see some breezy conditions with this as this pushes through and over the region. We should see most of the rain wrapping up as we get into the day on Sunday, but as this upper level trough kind of lingers around through the day on Sunday, can't rule out a few lingering showers with some cooler temperatures moving in and continued breezy conditions. And then as we get into Monday, looks like things will dry up and be more seasonable, as well as some dry and quieter weather. So looking at 24-hour weather risk chart for today, as we go through the daytime hours today, expecting that high temperature around 47 degrees, just above average for this time of year. Keep those winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 knots for the afternoon, and again, mostly cloudy to overcast conditions with mainly high clouds as we go through the day. Going into the evening, we'll see some more mid and lower clouds building in. We pick up that slight chance of a very light shower or sprinkle after 1700, and then a better chance as we pass the 2100 local time frame, picking up that yellow chance of precip, moving past that time frame and keeping that around as we move through the morning hours of Wednesday. Expecting that low just around 40 degrees this evening, with that cloud cover helping to keep things on the milder side. So very mild evening as we go into a warming trend for the remainder of the week. And as we go through our day, tides are looking normal. Looking at the extended forecast, again, we had that 20% chance of some light sprinkles or precip overnight, and about a 10% chance of seeing a sprinkle as we go through the day on Wednesday. Overall, mostly cloudy, slight chance of rain. High of 56 degrees for our Wednesday, so well above average for this time of year. Another mild evening as we go into Thursday, and then a very warm day on Thursday for this time of year with a high around 62 degrees. And then Thursday night, that's when we pick up that better chance of rain and some slightly breezy winds moving in as we go into Thursday evening. About a 70% chance of rain at this time, and then as we go into Friday, that rain continues into the morning time frame with those highs still in the 60s and continues some slightly breezy conditions, mainly early on. Going into Friday evening, we keep about a 20% chance of maybe a bit of energy moving along that stalled boundary, bringing a light shower to the area, but a slightly cooler evening after that boundary pushes through with a low around 45, and a continued mild day for Saturday with a high around 56 degrees, looking mostly cloudy and mainly a dry day, but then we'll see those rain chances moving back in as we go into Saturday night with a with a probability of that around 60% at this time. But continued mild conditions with lows in the 40s and highs in the 50s for Sunday, and some slightly breezy conditions continuing on Sunday as well. As we get into Monday, we return to more seasonable temperatures, low around 37, high around 46. Continued cloudiness, but and some slightly breezy conditions, but looking dry at this time to start our next work week. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.